Hey runners, happy Sunday, July 5th, and a happy 4th of July weekend to everyone. I know I'm a day late for the 4th of July, but I'm just getting around to making this video and wanted to kind of let you know what I've been up to lately, recap my long run yesterday on the trails, as well as the newest purchase I made for running. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I've got a little music in the background. Just chilling here on a Sunday morning. Just had breakfast and my cup of coffee here. So, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Pete, and I am a certified RRCA running coach, runner. Love everything about running, and yeah, I just love to share, kind of what I do from time to time, and also hear from the running community and what you guys are doing with your running, what inspires you to run, and yeah, pretty much that's about it. So I live here in Phoenix, Arizona. It is hot, to say the least. We are definitely in the hot months and will be for the next 3 months or so. Today the high is supposed to be 111 or 112. It doesn't matter. After like 105, really, it's all the same. The lows are in the 80s, like low 80s, and we'll be climbing a little bit. We just recently started getting a little bit humid. Now, if you live in the East Coast or in the Midwest, I know you're going to laugh and say, what kind of humidity do we have out here? Well, true. We don't have the humidity like you guys do when it's, say, 90 degrees and 90% humidity. But when we're like 100 degrees, 105 degrees, and the humidity is up there, it's definitely muggy. And we usually start feeling it around the 4th of July. And we started feeling it pretty close to that. The running out here, a lot of us still do it. Obviously you have to be smart about staying hydrated, not just on your runs, but pretty much every day, whether you're running or not, of course. We're dependent so much upon hydration fluids to sustain life. But especially true for athletes, and if you're running out there, please make sure that you are practicing good hydration. Good rule of thumb is when you go into the bathroom, after you're done peeing, if your urine is kind of like a darkish, it's hard to say, like how beer looks, and I know not all beer is dark, but kind of has like a darkish color, maybe like a darkish orange, brown color, anything like that, you're definitely dehydrated. You want it to look like a very pale, kind of almost like a Mountain Dewish color, if you will. Doesn't have to be clear, but the lighter the better. So anyways, that out of the way. So I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately. I started working a couple weeks ago, and things are going great. Fortunately, my work is literally a couple miles away from here, so I've actually biked to work a couple times. I probably won't be doing that for the near future because it's too hot and humid, so I'll probably give that a rest. But I'm excited, staying busy, and I know a lot of folks are not able to work due to the pandemic, and I know it's really tough times out there, and really wishing everyone gets back on their feet, and we're able to, as a country and as a world, get back on our feet and just be stable again and in good health. So I'm wishing everyone well out there, and This channel, as I mentioned, I cater to the running community. I'd love to hear what you think of the channel, and let me know what you think of the whole situation. You know, there's not really any races going on. I know there's been a few actually here in town, but they've been very small, in little groups putting things together. But we're still running for the most part. In fact, I'm running most days of the week, 6-7 days a week, which is going well. My average mileage right now is 32 for this week. Typically in the summer I'm about 15 to 20 miles, but I've been feeling good and just running. Yeah, some days, you know, it might be 2 miles. I mean, one day I did like 1.5 miles. Other days I'm doing 4 or 5, 6 miles, and then like yesterday I did 9 miles on the trail. So yeah, yesterday my wife and I went out to the McDowell Mountains, which is about 40 miles just northeast of here, and there's a trail called Pemberton Trail, which has a lot of different trails throughout it, but Pemberton Trail is the main one. It's just over 15 miles, and it's a loop. It is a very smooth, buffed out trail. What I mean by buffed out is you don't have, it's not highly technical at all, doesn't have like big boulders or anything like that. You know, it's, I mean, there's a little bit of rocks, but not bad at all. So it's a good trail. We went out there yesterday morning. It's about 50 minutes or so from our house, so we got up pretty early and got there just after 5 a.m. and started shortly after. I ran with my wife. We went, there's 2 ways to do it, of course. There's the clockwise direction, and then there's the counterclockwise. I was reading beforehand that if you run in the clockwise direction, you get a little bit downhill on the way back. So my wife and I started in that direction. Now I ran with a waist pack, a Nathan waist pack that has 2 bottle holders that fit in the back, and then there's an area on the front for your phone. So being on the trail, a new trail, I brought my phone, I wore the pack. My wife has a running vest that she wore, and so yeah, we were out for a nice trail run, and immediately my pack just felt, my waist pack just wasn't comfortable. It was bouncing around, moving around. I haven't really used it before. I've had it for a little bit, but you know, I was planning on doing between, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 miles is what I was planning on. I ended up doing 9, but I just knew that I had to ditch this pack and come back, which my intent was to go a couple miles in one direction and then go in the other direction and then back and kind of finish on that nice little downhill section. So I went to the car, ditched the pack, and just got something to drink, and then ran with nothing really, because I was only going to run a couple more miles out and a couple miles back. Did that fine. Was thirsty obviously when I got back, but the run was very good. I did stop a couple times. You know, trails are a lot different than road running. You know, the terrain, the constant up and down. So it's definitely more of a challenge, if you will, and don't expect your pace to be what it normally is when you're on the roads. However, that being said, I ran better than expected out there. My pace yesterday, I'm just kind of looking at it here to confirm, was I did 9 miles in 1:23:56, and that was good enough for a 9:19 pace, which is really good, for me at least. That's about my pace when I'm, you know, quicker than an easy run on the road. So I was pleased with it. I did, you know, have some areas where I was going up and then coming down, but overall I felt good. So yesterday after my run, I figured maybe I should invest in a running vest, especially if I'm going to be doing trails or some of my long runs. because I don't really like running. I used to, that is. I've got a couple of those handheld water bottles, and let me know what you think. I know a lot of people like those, and they're not bad, to be perfectly honest with you. But lately, I just don't like running with a bottle in my hand. It just feels like, you know, obviously it's extra weight that I'm carrying, but obviously if you need hydration, definitely. What I've been doing is kind of taking a little water bottle, filling it with my hydration, and putting it out somewhere on the course. So then, you know, I'll run after maybe, I don't know, 3 miles or so. It's there, I drink it, maybe I take it with me, or I set it back down if I'm coming back. And that works perfectly fine. I know a lot of runners do that too. Only once, and this was in the last maybe 5 months, 6 months, did somebody throw my bottle away. Now, it was just one of those like, you know, Costco bottles, water bottles. So, you know, it wasn't like a nice bottle that I had, but someone must have thought it was trash and picked it up and threw it away. So I decided, yesterday we went to REI, and they have a sale going on right now through today, and I picked up the same brand as my wife. She's got the Osprey Dyna, that's the female version, and I got the Osprey Duro. I had no intent before of getting a running vest, just because, you know, I don't really ever seem to need it, but yesterday was a pretty good indication that I probably should have something better than a bouncing waist pack, especially in the heat and going on trails, not being able to put out any bottles. So I did that. Pretty cool. It's a red pack, and it's got 2 pockets in the front that you can put water bottles in. It's got a bladder, which is like a, I don't know if you've seen Camelbacks. I mean, they were one of the first packs that I became familiar with. It's a 1.5 liters, so it holds 50 ounces, and basically you just fill this pack up. I froze a little bit overnight, and then I put it in my bag, zipped it up, and put 1 bottle up in the front, and then my phone in the other pocket. And let me tell you, if you've never run with a running vest before, maybe you have some preconceived thoughts that, you know, it'd be too heavy and things are going to be moving around. That's a valid response, because my wife had a pack that was just rubbing raw, and like she actually got like a big old cut or sore as a result. Not every pack's going to fit you good, but she loved hers, and so I decided I'll check it out, and it felt, you know, it fit perfectly. Of course, I only ran 3 miles today on my recovery day, but in those 3 miles I didn't have any issues of it moving around or rubbing against me. They sit kind of high, which is nice. Everything's accessible. The little not straw, but it's a tube that connects to your bladder. It has a magnet that just, and it's very secure, that attaches to your strap, and that thing does not fall off. Had no issues whatsoever. The water was cold. I froze about 10 ounces, 8 to 10 ounces overnight, and then I poured another maybe 8 to 10 ounces of water, so I had maybe close to 20 ounces in there, and it was still cold after 30-35 minutes running. So I would definitely, if you're, you know, thinking of what to get in terms of hydration and staying, you know, hydrated on your run, if it's a trail or a road, especially on the longer distances, check it out. But there's a lot of other good products out there. You know, the waist pack that I have, I mean, they still serve a purpose. You know, they're probably good for me if I'm just walking, you know, where I just don't need anything much, just the bottles. The handhelds, you know, I've got a Nathan, an Amphipod brand, and those are good too. But just lately, I just don't want my hands to have anything, you know, carrying them. And the vest, although it's heavier than a handheld, of course, they are comfortable. They basically are snug, and yeah, there's so many different pockets. They go from minimalist to the full-blown running vest that if you're doing, say, a 100-mile race, you know, you can store tons of stuff. So very happy with it. Yeah, so that's about it. I am running and feeling pretty good overall, and just looking to get through the summer. Phoenix is very hot. If you've never been out here before, I'm sure you've heard on the news how hot we get in the summertime. So July, August, September, those are the three hottest months here. So we just got to get through it, and after that, it's going to be gravy. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your 4th of July weekend. Let me know what you think of this channel. If you have any comments, please feel free to do so down below in the comments. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet subscribed for videos when I release them. You guys have a good day. Safe running to you all. Take care. Bye.